You're watching WUFT TV News.
Sick horses are nursed back to health thanks to the help of one young woman. 17-year-old Kat Zimmerman has worked with horses all her life. When it came time to decide her future, she couldn't think of doing anything else. At the age of 16, Zimmerman started a nonprofit organization called CZ Mustangs. The organization's mission is to rehabilitate as many wild horses as possible. Founder Kat Zimmerman says she chose this lifestyle because she couldn't see herself working indoors.
I just can't be cooped up inside all the time, so this has just been a lot better for me, like mentally, and I feel a lot more like at peace around here.
Once a horse is healthy and mentally stable, they are put up for adoption. Horses that become emotionally dependent on Zimmerman are not able to be released.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a busy weekend.
Serena Nunez is here to catch us up on all there is to do.
Tons of things are going on both nationally and right here in Gainesville. Tom Petty is the talk of the town this weekend. The rock legend would have turned 68 this month, so it's time for another weekend birthday bash in his hometown. The Free Music Festival will be at Depot Park starting tonight and ending Sunday. Tom Petty Weekend also brings a celebration over at the Heartwood Soundstage. Combined, there will be a couple dozen bands playing classic Tom Petty songs. There are a couple of Oscar winners coming to movie theaters this week. Angelina Jolie grabs life by the horns as a classic Disney villain, while La La Land's Emma Stone re-inhabits her favorite zombie killer. Raphael Seth has more in this week's box office preview.
They're much more afraid of us than we are of them.
You'll be the first to die.
Zoe Deutsch does not fear The Walking Dead, but probably should in Zombieland Double Tap. She's new to the crew of this Zomcom. The sequel also reunites the original cast, taking a post-apocalyptic road trip to what used to be the nation's capital. But when Abigail Breslin decides to strike out on her own, the makeshift family gathers some strangely familiar allies to go find her. Zombieland is rated R.
Philip asked me to marry him.
No.
I wasn't really asking.
Elle Fanning says yes to the dress in Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Oscar winner Angelina Jolie returns to the Disney dark side in this Sleeping Beauty prequel. Fanning's Princess Aurora is all grown up and engaged to a prince, but her scary fairy godmother is against the union and has a royal beef with soon-to-be in-law Michelle Pfeiffer. Maleficent is rated PG.
I don't think I can do this.
Was?
With friends like this, who needs enemies in Jojo Rabbit? This satire comes from Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi. He also stars in the film as a dim-witted Hitler who's the imaginary friend of a 10-year-old boy. But as the young German becomes indoctrinated in the blind fanaticism of Nazi Germany, he discovers his mother is hiding a Jewish girl in their home. Jojo Rabbit is rated PG-13. That's the box office preview. Raphael Seth, NBC News.
Radio shock jock turned talk show host Wendy Williams now has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She received her star in the television category Thursday. Williams is known for her Emmy-nominated daily program, The Wendy Williams Show. She addressed the crowd after receiving her star and shared how this moment was a highlight after a tough year for her. Earlier this year, she announced she was divorcing her husband of 20 years. She also shared that she had been living in a sober house to deal with addiction issues. And besides Tom Petty Weekend, there are plenty of fall events in Gainesville, starting with the original Gainesville Fall Truck Rally on Saturday. You won't leave the high dive hungry with vendors like Big Island Bowls, Soup to Nuts, and Miller's Funnel Cakes. All ages are welcome with free admission. Also Saturday, the pop-up fall pumpkin tasting will get local businesses taking on the challenge of incorporating pumpkin into their products for you to sample and take home. That event will be at Working Food from 11 to 1, and tickets range from $5 to $20. And the annual Fall Festival on Haunted Corn Maze is back this weekend at Rogers Farm. The maze will be open every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until October 27th. The cost is $15 for adults, $10 for kids. And National Geographic is in town. UF graduate Felipe DeAndre will give a live, unfiltered look at what it's like to come face-to-face with wild animals. The unique show is coming up Tuesday at the Phillips Center. Tickets range from $10 to $25. So will you guys be going to Tom Petty's birthday bash?
Well, you know, I did go last year, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it this year, but I think Emma is.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great. There's supposed to be a ton of bands, too.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Serena. Tropical storm Nestor continues to churn towards Florida's coastline.
The disturbance was upgraded to a tropical storm this afternoon. We turn again to Henry Coburn in the Weather Center with what we can expect in northern Florida.
Well, ladies, if you were hoping to go to Tom Petty's birthday bash tonight, it's probably not going to be a good night for it. Taking a look over the University of Florida campus, we already see the effects of Nestor making its way. Those gray skies, that rain we saw earlier, well, that's all part of the storm as it makes its way. Here's a look at live radar, and we can see that areas from the Nature Coast reaching all the way into Gainesville, toward Palatka even, down to Ocala, are already seeing those showers move in, and that's only going to continue. Now, the biggest threats I want you to pay attention to for Tropical Storm Nestor is the storm surge. We're going to be seeing this from areas from the Big Bend all the way down to just north of Tampa, and we could see the storm surge reaching 3 to 5 feet on the Nature Coast. So our friends in Cedar Key, make sure you're aware of this. And of course, there is also that tropical storm warning in effect from Louisiana all the way down, once again, to just north of Tampa. Now, the three big takeaways with this storm, the potential impacts, once again, that Nature Coast storm surge, can't stress that enough, 3 to 5 feet of storm surge, that's going to be the biggest threat of the storm. We could also see the potential for isolated tornadoes as it makes its way through. And then those impacts related to those bands. So these tornadoes, if there are any, will be nestled in those outer rain bands as they sweep through. Additionally, we could also see lightning, thunder, and of course those gusty winds and heavy rainfall as those bands make their way through. Here's a look at future radar. As we head into this evening, we can see by about midnight, that's when those stronger bands are going to start making their way on shore. By 3 o'clock, much of Florida is going to be getting that rainfall, and then those strongest bands will be moving through right around tomorrow morning, leaving some scattered heavy downpours behind it as we head into the next as we head into tomorrow afternoon, but by the evening we should be starting to clear up. Here's a look at future rainfall totals. 2 to 3 inches in Gainesville and Ocala. The villages could see anywhere between 2 and 4. For the latest on Nestor, make sure you download the Florida Storms app. You can get that anywhere you get your smartphone apps. Now I'm going to toss to my colleague Caitlin Paranduke with what you can expect for after the storm. Caitlin?
Thanks, Henry. Well, like you said, by Sunday, Nestor will have made its way past the state of Florida, leaving us with nice sunny skies for the majority of the weekend. As for temperatures, what we're going to see, it's going to be a little bit warmer across the state. We have 83 in Gainesville, 78 in Tallahassee, and 87 in Tampa. If we take a look at our water vapor satellite imagery, we can see Nestor as this green, moist air that's moving past the state of Florida, with some dry air represented by the orange moving directly behind it. But on Tuesday, we're going to see that moist green air build up again as a cold front pushes through across the state. So what this means for us, it means that that moisture is going to lead to an increase in rain chances visible on Tuesday, as well as a decrease in temperature. So we're going to have some nice fall weather coming up. Back to you.
Thanks, Henry and Caitlin. Another weekend means another full slate of Gator sports.
And it all starts tonight with Gator soccer. WUFT sports anchor Zach Oliveri joins us now with a preview of an action-packed weekend.
The Gators will kick things off on the soccer pitch tonight. It's a triple header of Gator sports this weekend, and we'll break it all down when we return. Don't change that channel. Sports is next.